One of the things I like most about my job is really sharing our story, which starts really with people in a community that saw a need. So sometimes we think of homelessness as this big problem, but really Solid Ground, where we are today, started with understanding a community, understanding a need, and taking action, doing something about it. And here we are today, and we have 30 plus staff members, and we are working throughout Washington and Ramsey County. We provide housing, but we also provide those wraparound services that are so important for our people.
So at Solid Ground, we provide services kind of on a continuum. We're fortunate enough to have funding to help families from if they owe past due rent, so prevention assistance, all the way through permanent supportive housing. And through all of those different type of programs that fall in between transitional rapid rehousing, all the families still get access to that wraparound holistic services, which could be getting connected to community resources or having a family advocate, housing navigator, or children's services specialist. Prevention, which is the 1 to 3 times monthly rental assistance to help with past due rent. And if someone's moving into housing, we can help with first month rent and deposit.
Homework Starts with Home is working with the school districts. We're able to see the needs at the school for the children to be successful. The children qualifies the parents to get into our program, where we're helping them find housing. Once they're into housing, we work with them to get stabilized. So our participants are scatter sites, so they're in the actual community, and we're teaching them how to navigate their community resources that's available to them.
Home Again is our rapid rehousing program, which is time limited. Participants can stay up to 24 months in that program. It is a turnkey program, so the goal is that families are able to remain in their units once the program ends. Home Safe is our transitional housing program. Participants can stay up to 36 months. That also is a turnkey program where we're hoping that they're able to remain in their units after the program ends.
East Metro Place 1 is a site-based program. That's a 20-unit transitional housing program, providing services and housing to people for 36 months, up to 36 months. EMP2, East Metro Place 2, is permanent housing. It was 14 units, and there's no time limit for that program.
Homefront is our veterans program, and that is permanent supportive housing. We have 10 units at Frost English Village, and we provide support services to 8 families and 2 singles in that program. And then Welcome Home Washington is a permanent supportive housing program that will be serving chronically homeless families in Washington County.
My mom passed away in 2010. She died of overdose, actually, and I just kind of spiraled from there. I was 19 when that happened. Got into bad relationships, and that's when I found drugs, and they just kind of took me on a bad path. We'll skip forward to 2020. That's when I finally had enough of the streets, and just it was time for me to get my life right. I got into the right treatment program, and I've been sober since then. And that's how I ended up finding Solid Ground, actually. The welcome pack was awesome. That was like sitting in the apartment waiting for us. We had everything we needed. Like, we didn't have to worry about anything. It was amazing. Without that housing stability, I wouldn't be able to be successful in my other areas of life, with schooling my kids. It's what made my family finally see a change in me. It really took that struggle away, honestly. And one of my biggest answers to being successful in my recovery and being able to stay on the right path has been solid ground. I'm ready to take on the world, I feel like. Slowly, very slowly, but with the resources that Solid Ground's provided, I definitely feel like the sky's the limit. I'm really excited to have my own home one day and just maybe even my own treatment center. I'm going to Century College for my licensed alcohol and drug counseling degree because it lets me put my recovery first, and I want to put a stop to our generational trauma. I think just everything that happened with my family, that my story can really impact people, and I just want to help people.
So when participants come to us or families come to us, our family advocates and our program managers tailor programming to fit their needs. And we do much of the same thing with our donors and volunteers. What are you passionate about? Some people are passionate about yard work, and we have plenty of that. Some people are passionate about tutoring, developing a relationship with a child, and we know that's going to change their life. We have stories about that. So we have so many opportunities.
We have a wide variety of opportunities to engage with, our mission and our work. Much of our services, like our youth tutoring program, rely on volunteers to help carry out and be successful. And similarly, much of our families, when they're moving in, they don't have a lot of personal belongings and rely on donations from the community to help establish a strong foundation when they move in. So we have opportunities available for individuals, workplaces, churches, families, even remote opportunities for those who might not be able to make it on site.
So there's so many ways to get involved with Solid Ground and with this work. Homelessness is so big. We know we need so much more housing than we have. We need permanent supportive housing. We need all these things. But then the question is, what can I do? Seeing the light bulb kind of go off in people's eyes about, wow, I can do something about this. It's not just an overwhelming homelessness is beyond me. It's beyond all of us individually, but collectively, we are powerful. And so Solid Ground gives people a place to come and do this work together and raise their voice and make change.